Hi everyone, Dr. Joel Schwartz here. Today I'm going to talk to you about shoulder injuries. Now, shoulder injuries can be as a result of trauma. For example, you fall on your shoulder or you get hit in your shoulder in the case of an athlete, or perhaps you pick up something that's very heavy very quickly and you injure your shoulder. That does happen. But what's much more common is a slow, insidious injury where most people don't really know how they injured their shoulder. And in this case, what's actually happening is they have adopted positions and postures of their shoulder that slowly over time strain their shoulder. Another factor is weakness in the rotator cuff muscles, but we'll go into that in another video. Let's talk about mostly posture today. We're going to talk about how posture injures the shoulder. I'm going to demonstrate to you various postures and explain to you how the posture is causing a shoulder problem. Okay, now we'll go to a little demonstration about that. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate the typical posture that many office workers sit in during the day, or people who just sit a lot wherever they're at. Okay, usually people sit with somewhat of a slouched lower back posture, and that ends up rolling the shoulders in and the head forward. Now I'm exaggerating maybe only slightly, but what happens in this position is it makes it so your shoulders are rolling in. Now, I would like you to try this at home actually. Just sit down in a chair, get a chair right now, sit down in it, and I want you to try this. Roll your shoulders in, and then I want you to bring your arms up over your head. Bring your arms up over your head with your shoulders rolled in and your head slightly forward. And then just experience that. And then sit up straight through your lower back, bring your shoulders back, and then bring your arms up over the head and see if you notice a difference in doing those two positions. Okay, give that a try, and then we'll demonstrate same thing in the standing position. Okay, now let's take that slouch sitting posture and translate it to the standing position. So if I'm standing up and I let my shoulders roll forward and my head protrude a bit, which is a very typical posture, and then I bring my arms up like that, okay, as opposed to bringing my shoulder blades down, back, and bringing my head over my shoulder where it should be, and then allow my arms to come up, you'll see that there's a much freer movement of the arms in this position. Now, if you're in any of these postures on a pretty regular basis when you're sitting or standing, what that's doing is causing a very slow, insidious trauma to your shoulder joint. It's tightening the shoulder joint capsule. You're losing range of motion so that when you bring your arm up, you won't have as much flexibility and as much range of motion. And that can actually cause an injury to your shoulder joint, but it also can make you more susceptible to minor traumas. Now if you go pick up something very light, your shoulder's in a weakened position, and that also can cause an injury to occur. So posture is a very important factor. It's a very important factor in injuring your shoulder joint, and also once your shoulder is injured, it's also a factor in the rehab. Someone who injures their rotator cuff in a trauma, who happens to have a posture like this, is going to recover more slowly than someone who has a good posture. So I encourage you to think about this posture. It's not a trivial thing. It's a very important factor. In the next video that I'm going to make, I'm going to talk about overhead postures as well, because a lot of people work with their arms over the head, and this is a very important factor too in injuring the shoulder. Thanks very much for watching. Now, if you like the video, please give me a like below, and please subscribe so you can get more of the same videos. And if you have a question or comment, please leave it below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching.